Hi, my name is Manuela Klein, and I am the founder of Generation. Today I'm going to be talking about how we're applying organizational communication in our health and fitness industry. So the first thing that we're going to talk about is, who are we? We are a health and wellness company. Essentially, we wanted to get together a bunch of nutritionists, personal trainers, even holistic doctors to really just heal and strengthen those around us. We sell vitamins, supplements, and also motivational merch, something to just keep our crowd motivated. Our vision is to strengthen and heal generations, hence that's where we get our name from. Whether you are Gen Z, Gen X, Gen Y, we want to be there for you, whatever your fitness goals are. If you're looking to be more independent, you're getting to that age where you want to be strong and you don't want to be having to depend on others, we're here for that. If you're here to, train for a 5K, build that muscle, we're also here for that. And we also provide just a multitude of personalized products and services. So it goes back to, vitamins, supplements, things like that. And so our management philosophy, essentially, we do things a little bit differently than corporate America does. We like to do leader to leader. So David Marquette actually talks about this in a video where he wants to create leaders, right? And so our goal here at Generations is to avoid that vertical flow of communication. We don't want that. Can you imagine how long that would take just having to wait from the higher up? And so instead we create leaders through self-direction. We think that's very important, and we want to make things flow as smooth as possible and make sure people are growing and being strong. Organizational culture. So we want to make sure that when we're hiring people on our staff, they have shared values, right? They're just as invested in this company as we all are. And so with that, we use the MBTI testing or just other personality tests just to make sure that their values align with ours. And we also like to invest in our leaders. The textbook talks a lot about how leaders are born, not made. But here at Generations, we believe that they're made. If you're passionate about the work that you're doing, then we know that you have what it takes to become a leader, to become invested in the company. So now that we've talked about structure, I want to talk about conflict management. So we don't like to avoid, we don't like to compete. We believe that there's compromise and collaboration. Anytime there's an issue between a client, whether it's between employees, whatever it may be, we want to make sure that we're compromising, we're working through things, even if it's not exactly what we want. We're both coming together and agreeing, and also collaborating. We're working together. I mean, we're all on the same side. So, and then emotions in the workplace. We really want to make sure that we have emotional labor, right? We're working with clients, we're training them, all of these different things. But it's really important that we do have a stance where, we are joyful and whatnot, and we're not presenting ourselves as sad. But the biggest thing is we also want to make sure that communication is a priority. So if you are going through a hard time, that we're able to communicate and talk to one another, but we're not displacing that onto our clients. So that's a little bit of a rundown of what Generation is. We prioritize really just investing in our leaders. We don't want to have that vertical hierarchy of communication. We believe that our employees need to be active, they need to be passionate, they need to be thinkers. We all need to be working together, making sure that the ebbs and flows of everything works out great. And I also wanted to mention, we do kind of separate everyone into sections. So like personal trainers work in their own area. We have our nutritionists and holistic doctors and whatnot. So thank you so much. Yeah.